Sophie Cunningham's Indiana Fever jersey is officially sold out, and fans who missed out are feeling the frustration. Her arrival in Indiana has sparked immediate excitement, with many eager to support her gritty play style and three-point shooting.
Hey guys, it's Sophie Cunningham here. I'm finally in Indiana, and I am so excited to be here and meet all of you. See you guys at the game. Bye.
Her arrival in Indiana has sparked immediate excitement, with many eager to support her gritty play style and three-point shooting. The demand for her jersey shows just how quickly she's becoming a fan favorite.
We're going to check out Sophie Cunningham. A lot of content has rolled out involving her arrival to the Indiana Fever and to the facility today, including a little snippet where she's looking at her locker, looking at her uniform. We're going to check this.
The Indiana Fever made a bold and unexpected move by signing one of the WNBA's most relentless and tenacious competitors, Sophie Cunningham. A former standout with the Phoenix Mercury, Cunningham has built a reputation as a fearless competitor who never backs down from a challenge. Whether it's draining clutch three-pointers, locking in on defense, or getting under an opponent's skin, she plays with an intensity that electrifies both teammates and fans.
I know a lot of folks were excited to see Sophie Cunningham introduced by the Indiana Fever. Well, it finally happened. And let's just say Sophie is just as excited as the fans are, it seems. She's pretty pumped about joining the Indiana Fever. Who wouldn't be, of course? And it's kind of like, yeah, duh. You get to go to the Fever show. You get your games broadcast everywhere, sold out, play with Caitlin Clark, chance to win a championship, shown love all over the place. It's a pretty good situation.
Standing at 6'1", Cunningham provides the perfect blend of size, shooting ability, and grit. Over her career, she has consistently been a reliable perimeter threat, boasting an impressive three-point shooting percentage. But what truly sets her apart is her unwavering confidence and toughness. She embraces the physicality of the game, isn't afraid to mix it up with opponents, and thrives in high-pressure moments.
Your initial mindset was, or your initial reaction was, let's win a championship. Yeah. What were the things that were like, oh yeah, this is a lock?
You know what? I think that I think that our team right now, like, it's turning heads. And Dewana Bonner, getting her was absolutely huge. She was one of my bets when I was a rookie coming in, and she's no one to mess with. I love Natasha Howard. You have Aaliyah Boston. You have Kelsey Mitchell. We just have a squad, and our depth is amazing.
Her addition to the Indiana Fever is more than just another signing. It's a statement, with Caitlin Clark leading the offense and Aaliyah Boston anchoring the paint. Cunningham adds another dimension to a team that's rapidly becoming one of the most exciting in the WNBA. Her ability to stretch the floor will create even more opportunities for Clark to operate, while her defensive tenacity brings a much-needed edge to Indiana's roster. And if there's one thing fans can expect, it's that Sophie Cunningham won't just bring talent, she'll bring attitude. Her fire, passion, and no-nonsense approach to the game make her an instant fan favorite. And it's no surprise that her Fever jersey sold out almost immediately. With Cunningham in the mix, the Indiana Fever just became even more dangerous. Sophie Cunningham, renowned for her fearless play and elite three-point shooting, has joined the Indiana Fever after 6 seasons with the Phoenix Mercury. Last season, she averaged 8.4 points, 3.9 rebounds, 2.0 assists, and 1 steals per game, shooting 42.9% from the field and 37.8% from deep. Cunningham now joins a dynamic Indiana roster featuring standout talents such as Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell. Clark, the #1 overall pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, made an immediate impact in her rookie season, averaging 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game. Boston, the 2023 Rookie of the Year, has been a dominant force in the paint.
She hits a three, Maisha Hines-Allen fouls her, and then tries to step over, and then Sophie Cunningham grabs her leg. Nobody's going near Maisha Hines-Allen, but no, Sophie Cunningham will start the fight. The refs are trying to break it up. None of the Mercury players are going to go near Maisha Hines-Allen. They're scared. She's scared the bejesus out of them. Maisha Hines-Allen's one of the toughest players in this league. Sophie Cunningham going head-to-head straight with her.
Signal a shift to a win-now mentality. Under the guidance of new head coach Stephanie White, Indiana aims to leverage this blend of seasoned experience and youthful talent to contend for a championship in the upcoming season. But here's where things get wild. Just hours after the Indiana Fever announced Sophie Cunningham's signing,
Is just wild. Wild is the best word I can use to describe Sophie Cunningham. And like, it's carnage. Like, it's carnage a lot of time when Sophie Cunningham gets involved with anything. The amount of fights that Sophie Cunningham has been involved in.
with Caitlin Clark leading the charge, Aaliyah Boston dominating the paint, and Kelsey Mitchell providing consistent scoring. Cunningham's addition gives Indiana a dangerous edge, both in skill and attitude. This team isn't just looking to make the playoffs, they're aiming to shake up the entire WNBA. Sophie Cunningham's popularity has been on the rise for years, but this is next level, Fever fans. Already known as one of the most passionate groups in the WNBA, just made a bold statement, selling out her jersey in record time. It's clear that Indiana isn't just building a team, they're building an identity, one that thrives on intensity, grit, and unshakable confidence. Cunningham's fearless attitude perfectly complements Caitlin Clark's playmaking genius, Aaliyah Boston's dominance in the paint, and Kelsey Mitchell's scoring firepower. So what does this move mean for the Fever? For starters, it gives them another lethal weapon from beyond the arc. Cunningham is a career 37% three-point shooter, and when you pair her with Caitlin Clark's elite playmaking, Indiana's offense instantly becomes even more dangerous. Defenders will have to pick their poison, collapse on Clark and Boston in the paint, or leave a sniper like Cunningham wide open on the perimeter. Either way, the Fever just became an even tougher matchup for any team in the WNBA. Beyond the numbers, Cunningham brings a fire and edge that fits perfectly with Indiana's young core. She's the type of player who won't back down from anyone, and that attitude could be exactly what the Fever need to take the next step toward becoming a serious contender. Beyond the stats, Cunningham brings toughness, energy, and veteran leadership, qualities that could be invaluable for this young Fever squad as they continue their climb toward playoff contention. She's not just a shooter, she's a competitor who plays with swagger and intensity, something that could fuel Indiana's rise in the league. And let's be real, the rivalry games just got a whole lot more intense. With Cunningham's fiery style and fearless attitude, matchups against teams like the Chicago Sky, New York Liberty, and Phoenix Mercury are bound to get extra heated. Expect some must-watch battles, plenty of trash talk, and maybe even a few viral moments as she makes her mark in Indiana. Caitlin Clark is the engine driving this exciting new era for the Indiana Fever, and the addition of Sophie Cunningham only amplifies the team's offensive potential. Clark has already established herself as one of the most electrifying young stars in the WNBA, thanks to her elite playmaking, unlimited shooting range, and ability to dictate the pace of the game. Her presence alone forces defenses to stretch far beyond the three-point line, opening up driving lanes for her teammates. Now, with Cunningham joining the roster, Indiana has added another lethal shooter who thrives in high-pressure situations, making their offense even harder to contain. Clark's ability to create scoring opportunities is already among the best in the league. She can thread pinpoint passes in transition, hit teammates in stride for open threes, and manipulate defenders with her ball-handling skills to set up high-percentage shots. Her deep three-point shooting forces defenses to pick her up near half-court, creating chaos for opponents, trying to balance stopping her shot while also guarding against her drive and kick ability. Before Cunningham's arrival, Clark was already working with a solid supporting cast, including Kelsey Mitchell and Nalissa Smith. Mitchell is a pure scorer who thrives off Clark's playmaking, while Smith provides a dominant interior presence. However, opposing teams could still key in on Clark as the primary threat. Now, Cunningham brings another dynamic element to the offense, spacing the floor, knocking down shots and playing with an edge that complements Clark's aggressive style. Sophie Cunningham is no stranger to high-intensity basketball. Coming from a Phoenix Mercury team where she played a key role, she has developed a reputation as a fearless competitor who can shoot the three at a high clip and bring a level of toughness that fuels her teammates. Her ability to play multiple positions, either as a shooting guard or a small forward, gives Indiana added flexibility in their lineups. Most importantly, beyond her shooting, Cunningham also provides a physical, scrappy presence. She's known for her aggressive defense, ability to take charges, and willingness to do the dirty work, qualities that make her an invaluable asset for a young Fever team still finding its identity. Her veteran experience, combined with Clark's generational talent, creates a dangerous backcourt duo that can wear down opponents over the course of a game. With Clark orchestrating the offense and Cunningham as a new weapon, the Fever's attack becomes a pick-your-poison situation for opponents. Double-teaming Clark is now even riskier because Cunningham, Mitchell, or Smith will be left open. If teams try to play Clark one-on-one, they risk her pulling up from deep or driving to the rim for a high-percentage shot. Additionally, Clark's basketball IQ allows her to exploit mismatches, and with Cunningham on the floor, she has another high IQ player who knows how to move without the ball and position herself for easy buckets. The Fever can now run more complex offensive sets, with Clark using Cunningham for dribble handoffs, pick-and-pop plays, and off-ball screens to free up shooters. The Fever have been on an upward trajectory since drafting Clark, but adding Cunningham signals that Indiana is serious about building a contender. The chemistry between these two players will be crucial as the season progresses, and if they continue developing their rhythm, the Fever could make a legitimate push for the playoffs. Clark's playmaking brilliance combined with Cunningham's shooting and toughness gives Indiana one of the most intriguing young cores in the league. As the duo gains more experience playing together, expect the Fever to become an offensive powerhouse, one that no team will want to face come playoff time. And let's not forget Cunningham's intensity and toughness, something that could take some of the physical pressure off Clark. Throughout her rookie season, Clark has faced relentless defensive pressure and hard fouls. But now, with someone like Cunningham in her corner, expect her to have a little more backup when things get chippy. One thing's for sure, the Indiana Fever aren't just building a team, they're building a movement. Fans are all in, and the hype just keeps growing. What do you think about Sophie Cunningham joining the Fever? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.